Okay, done. It's in. I mean.
Yeah, you also on my side there.
Okay. Oh, 26 people. Let's get you Dorcas.
And then finally, there's this transition period where they need the opportunity to negotiate. I think we've already had that from some of the other people who said to leave, but at least.
Oh, no, Joyce. I'm trying to get you, Ken. Sorry.
I think so because maybe login credentials, so they should just log in as they should able to join as participants.
Okay. Joyce, I'm sorry, I made you let me move her to
So now my question is, how do we solve that problem?
okay, I need to figure Ken. Okay, Ken, here you go.
But in a way that is whatever it is, we can give them is so we thought.
Okay, Ken, I promoted you to panelist. And I promoted Joyce to panelist. Can we just move her to attendee? And I can't find Dorcas.
Let me do this. Let me rejoin with your account.
Okay.
So let me just walk you through what that means. So you see how in this, when you look at this page on the left side, this is quantum basis, right? This is revenue gross margin. On the right side is the single division of so on the left side, you're looking at the 2021 budget. So that's the
right, Sharon. So I've made you co-host. We need to move Joyce to, yeah, I see you, Sharon. I've made you co-host. We need to move Joyce out of here. Thank you, guys. I see you all coming in. Thank you for joining us. Give us a couple of minutes as we settle to get everybody in. Okay, we need to look for Dorcas.
Dorcas, you should be joining via email. I think she should join right.
Okay, she's not popping up. I don't know what her email is. No, nope. And Eric, I can't find Eric either. Where did you go?
Dorcas. If she got it, okay, let me just send this to her.
Make co-host done.
So Daniel, if you want to point out, you can use just you can highlight the incremental incentive pool. See the incentive pool.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So Sharon, I have made you co-host, Kenneth co-host, Eric co-host. I can't find Dorcas.
I need how I did it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Yeah, 550.
All right, Ken, mute. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us for our webinar. Super excited to be sharing some gems with you all. Thank you for giving us a couple of minutes as we settle down in the back end. Sharon, if you can, just get Dorcas in here somehow. She's the only one I can't find in the chart. Oh, no, that's not her. That's Dorcas Gattufa.
Right, let me give her a call, Roseanne.
Please.
And by the way, this last year we were actually about 60%, but this last year was very unusual.
Yep, not here. So thank you all for coming. Thank you for tuning in. Super excited. We need to move Joyce. I need to know. Oh, sorry. Ken, I'm going to remove Joyce M. She's part of a panelist. Can we make her, can you sort of help her in the back end, rejoin her? Or Joyce M, somehow we promoted you to panel. Oh, she's out. Okay. Thank you. Oh, no, she's not, is she? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. All right. We are going to get started. Let me share my screen.
But they will not go out of their way to spend too much time on that because they're busy enough.
So thank you guys for joining us for this session. So excited to have you here with us. And what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be talking specifically, how do we set goals that stick? I am going to be taking you through this 60-minute webinar. And what we're going to be doing is I really want you to be as present as possible. I want you to be dialed in as much as possible. Get a pen, get a book, because we're going to be dropping some amazing gems for you that you're going to be using for literally the information we're going to be using is information that you can be using forever. And what I'm going to be sharing with you are 5 specific strategies to ensure that you reach your goals. But before we begin, please let me ask you to be as present as possible. Remove all forms of distraction. Get your books, get your pen and paper, anything that resonates with you. I encourage you to write it down, because what you're going to see is that the steps that we're going to be sharing with you, as long as you do the work, as long as you do what is required, you are going to see the results that you deserve and the results that you desire. But before I get started, for those of you that do not know me, I wanted to do a little bit of introduction so that you can know who I am. So I'm Coach Roseanne Kamau, and am a certified nutrition, fitness, and wellness coach. I have a background in psychology, and the way I coach and the way I teach my students, I like to infuse the psychology background that I have into my teaching and into my studies. And I've also been a fitness coach. That is actually how I started my career in terms of this, but I'm going to be sharing all that with you later on. I'm also a wife, a mom to 2 teenage girls. And listen, I have 2 German Shepherds, okay? I have dogs, but I grew up fearing dogs, being afraid of dogs. And so about 2 years ago, I decided I needed to get over my fear. And what I decided to do was I am going to face my fear. And so I literally got dogs. And so my friends always say, I mean, of all the dogs you had to get those really big things. I don't know, but that's what called me. So that is actually my story in a nutshell. And really how I started my journey is I was actually medically obese. I was actually diagnosed as a medically obese person. And that is actually what got me into becoming a wellness coach. And so I want to give you a little bit of background for those of you that do not know me, may not know my story, may not even have ever heard about me. Now, what you see there is my picture. That is me, Coach Roseanne, and that is me when I was in my 20s. And when I was in my 20s, I was overweight, as you can see there. I worked hard at obviously changing my lifestyle. But what happened was, if I give you a quick story, I went to see my doctor for a regular checkup. And when I went to see my doctor for a regular checkup, when he called me back, and when he called me back, I knew something was amiss because my sisters are in the health field. And one of the things my sisters always used to say is, anytime your doctor calls you back into the office after an exam, just know something is amiss. And so that's exactly what happened to me. I got a call back, and so I knew something was off, but I was in my 20s, so I really didn't think like there would be anything. And so what the doctor said was, Roseanne, your results are back, because I've always done my physical exams. So he said, your results are back, and with your results, there's one number that is headed in the wrong direction. And I remember just thinking, okay. Then he continues to say, your cholesterol numbers are high, and your cholesterol is on the high side, and it's headed in the wrong direction. And I just remember sitting there in the doctor's office thinking, I am 20s, I'm in my late 20s. How can I have high cholesterol? High cholesterol is an old man's disease. That is what I thought, and that is the story that I told myself. It's an old man's disease, and they are on their way to check out. And so I associated, and they get heart attacks and they die. That's the story that we thought, and that's the story that I had then. And so I remember thinking, oh my goodness, I've just had our little baby. I have high cholesterol. It means I'm going to have a heart attack. It means I'm on my way checking out. And I cannot even begin to tell you how scary that was for me. I cannot even begin to tell you how that made me feel. Because what the doctor then told me was, I want to see you back again after 3 months. And he says, after 3 months, we want to make sure that your numbers have come down. Now, this for me was extremely shocking, because what he said was, after 3 months, come back. He gives me a 3-page paper. And he says, this is the information that you need. Come back and see us. And for me, that was not enough. I actually remember there just sitting in the doctor's office saying, how can you just give me this paper, a 3-page paper, yet you've given me this grave information? And so that is actually how I started my changing myself, changing my body, changing my lifestyle. And in the process of changing myself, there's a couple of things that I realized. When I was overweight, I remember I used to lack a lot of energy. I remember we had stairs when we were going upstairs in our house. I lived in Boston that time. When I was going up the stairs, I literally would stop after about 10 or 11 steps or 7 steps. I would stop at the landing space to catch my breath. Right? This is my own house, taking a couple of stairs. Now, I love high heels, and I've always loved high heels. But at this moment, I remember anytime I would wear high heels, my knees would hurt. And so I even remember just reducing the heel. And I was like, yo, man, like my body was already complaining. Yet for whatever reason, I could not see and I could not hear that. Now, I also used to wear big clothes to just hide myself. Interestingly, if you guys follow me on Instagram, Coach Roseanne, you'll see these are I only have 2 pictures. And those are the 2 pictures, at least before because I got a new one, you go and see that. But those are the only, because I hated taking pictures. So I used to wear big clothes to hide my body because I didn't like the way I looked. And with all this, I remember my confidence just being low, my mojo being low, and I needed to make a change. And that's exactly what I did. I changed my trajectory. I changed my body. I did exactly what I'm going to be teaching you to do. I put down goals, and whatever I did is what I'm going to be teaching you today. So I changed my body. And on top of that, I even changed my career trajectory. I decided to quit my work, what I was doing in corporate, and I decided to become a certified nutrition trainer and a certified fitness coach because I wanted to help people. And so this is now what I do. I help people become their very best. And so I want you to tell me right now, have you ever tried to set a goal or any other kind of goal? Now, we're not even talking about weight loss. I want you to think holistically, because this is what we're here to do. I want you to think about holistically. Have you ever tried to set a goal, whether it's financial goal, whether it's a relationship goal, whether it's a spiritual goal, whether it's a wellness goal, a fitness goal? Have you ever tried to lose weight? Have you ever tried to set a goal? Any before? Now you tell me if you've ever done that before. Can you raise your hand? Let me see below. Raise your hand if you have ever tried to set your goals. Yep, I see you guys raising your goal. I see your hands. I see those hands coming fast and furious. Yes, yes, yes. So we've all done this. I love this, guys. Okay, we have all done this. Now listen to this. This is one of the most interesting things. I'm seeing all those hands raising. Thank you, guys. Whenever we set our goals, this is science, this is statistics. 25% of people abandon their goals literally just 1 week of setting their goals. I want you to think about that. 1 week after setting our goals, 25%, a quarter. So let's assume we are, how many are we here, right? A quarter of us abandon our goals within 1 week. 60% of us abandon our goals within 6 months. And now this is the most amazing statistic, shocking, but not so shocking, because I actually had a girlfriend of mine who literally every single year set the exact same goal over and over every single year with seeing no results. And so the average person makes the same resolution 10 separate times, 10, without seeing any results. Now, I even want to give you a couple more statistics because this is even going to shock you. If you've been on a journey and you've been trying to lose weight, studies have shown that only 5% of those people who set a goal of losing weight are able to keep it off. And 95% not only lose that weight, but a lot of them end up gaining more than they had originally lost. Now, listen, you guys are here, you're go-getters. I am going to show you exactly what to do because I do not want you to be part of this statistic. Now, this other one shocks me and it scares me the most. because for me, I just do not get it. But even after someone having a heart attack, listen, only 14%. 14% of people make any lasting changes. Now, can you imagine a heart attack? This is like a life-changing thing, isn't it? Yet only % of people do that. But this is what I want to tell you. You are in the right place. If you have been working on the same goal year after year, month after month, making a resolution, and yet you are not seeing any progress, you're in the right place, because I am going to be showing you exactly what you would need to do. If you are this kind of person that starts off a goal with a lot of energy, a lot of psych, a lot of steam, like I'm going to do it this time, but you're going like full steam ahead. And then you find at some point you slow down, you are beat, you are exhausted, life throws, life comes and life happens. You know what? You're in the right place, because I'm going to be showing you exactly what to do. If you're also the same person who's been trying to lose the same 5 kilos, 10 kilos, year after year, and without any success, you're in the right place. Now, if any of those things I have mentioned resonate with you, may I see your hands raised? If you feel, okay, this resonates with me so far, I feel like I am in the right place. If this has resonated with you, let me see your hands raised. Okay, I am seeing those hands raising up. Perfect. Thank you for raising your hands, because I am going to be sharing this information with you. And so if you're in the right place, this is exactly what we're going to do. I'm going to show you exactly what Anne did. Now, Anne is a client of mine who's part of our Hey Sugar program. And when Anne joined Hey Sugar, her goal was very specific. I want to be able to lose 3 kilos in 6 weeks. I have a dress that I haven't fit in years, and I want to make sure I do not mess my gut. And so she was basically looking for something holistic. She was very clear on exactly what she wanted to do. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. And at the end of our time together, applying the goals and the specific strategies that I'm sharing with you, she achieved her results and more. If anything, she actually lost more than 6 kilos as we were working together. Eating whole foods, not dieting, not calorie counting, really even enjoying some wine in the journey. Hello, people. Hello. Now, this is what Anne did, and it's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you. I also have another amazing client of mine who had amazing success. Now, this is Nana. Now, I'm actually going to be sharing in the link below in the chat box, because I want you to, in your own free time, I want you to listen to her story in depth, because she has shared this story in depth in her show called Team 5 Minutes. And when Nana came and signed up with me, she said, Coach Roseanne, I do not want to do any more diets. I am sick and tired. No more diets. Can I have something sustainable? Can I do something that is going to make me the sporty girl that I used to be? Can I do something that is going to make me the girl that I was before my kids? And as a busy executive with 3 children, she applied the goals and the strategies that I'm going to be sharing with you. And you can see the results here. So in the chat below, please, I want you to copy and paste that chat in your phone, because I want you, or on your laptop, to go and listen to her story in depth. Because honestly, the strategies what she did and her results is exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you. And so in today's workshop, this is exactly what we're going to learn. We're going to learn exactly what those few clients, myself, and hundreds upon thousands of clients I've worked with, these are the same strategies that they've applied and they have seen results. Now, you guys, there's one thing about me that I love, and I love numbers, and somehow numbers speak to me. Okay, not the math, but when I see statistically how they work. But I'm going to share with you the one strategy that will instantly make you 42% more likely to accomplish your goals, whether that's in fat loss, whether it's in your fitness, whether it's in your finances, whether it's in your relationship, whether it is in your spiritual goal, anything that you need. I will share this secret with you that will take you 42% more likely to hit that. I'm also going to show you how you can quit-proof your goals so that you can eventually and finally achieve them once and for all. You see how in the beginning, some of you raised your hand and you said, you know what? Yeah, I've set my goals over and over. Listen, if you put in the work that I'm going to be sharing with you and you do what I ask of you to do, you will stop struggling once and for all. And so this is what you're going to learn. The principles that I'll be sharing with you are principles I've applied myself, and they're principles that my clients have also applied. As long as you do them well, you're going to get the clarity that you need. Clarity for you to be able to see exactly the vision that you've applied for yourself. This webinar is about Dear Future Self. This is about seeing who you possibly can become. But how, once you see that vision, once you see who you want to become, the thing is this, you know, there's a lot of vision boards out there. There's a lot of wishes that we want to do. But if you do not do the work, you do not apply the principles we're going to teach you, you do not apply the strategies I'm going to teach you, listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just going to stay that. All it's going to be is just a dream and a vision, and you're not going to be able to accomplish it. So please, if you want to create your best future, you want to create your life, be ready to do the work. Now, this is one phrase I absolutely love. And this, I believe, was said by Henry Ford. And this is what he said: whether you think you can or you cannot, you are absolutely right. Now, what does that mean? I remember the first time I heard it, I sort of had to hear it again and again. Okay, whether you think you can, okay, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. And then it was like, boom, in my head. All this means, and you know, I remember going to meet my coach in 2013. And in that first session that we went, that was in California, and we went for that session. The first thing she said to us was, all of us who were there attending that session, she said, if anything has ever crossed your mind, it is possible to, and you can do it. Okay? If anything has ever crossed your mind, a dream, something that you want to do, as long as it's ever crossed your mind, you can do it. However, you can also stop yourself from achieving the goals that you want to achieve. So if you think you can, guess what? You absolutely can. If you think you cannot, and you begin to entertain that thought of, it's not possible, let me tell you, that's exactly what's going to happen. And I will show you exactly why that is. And so let me ask you guys, so I'm going to do a quick poll right here, and I want you to be as interactive as much as possible. I'm going to launch a poll here. How many of you believe in the power of written goals? And how many of you have actually written your goals down? So here we go. Let me give you this goal poll, because I want to see how many of you believe that. So here we go. Let me give you that poll. Now, I've given you a couple of questions. So I say the first question is, how many of you believe in the power of written goals? Yeah, I kind of do. Let me kind of hear more of this. So it means you're kind of in the fence. Number two, yep, sis, I believe in them. And someone is like, no, I don't believe in them. So I'm going to give you 45 seconds. Let's go from starting now. And you can just, let's all fill in these goals and let me see what we're saying here. Awesome. I see those answers coming through. I would love as many of us to participate as possible. Fantastic. Awesome. I see some hands are also raised, but if you're raising your hand, kindly just come on the poll and answer on the poll question. Awesome. We're about 400 in here, so I would love to see as many of you in here come and answer these questions. Awesome. We got a couple more seconds, 10 more seconds, and I'm actually going to share these results with you. So about 82% of us have filled out this questionnaire. Good, good. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys for answering. Let me show you the results of our poll, because I'd love for you to see exactly what it is. Okay. So how many of you believe in the power of written goals? So 132 of you believe in the power of written goals. Yep. You're kind of on the fence, right? Some of you do, 182 of you totally believe, and we have 7 who do not believe that they work. All right. So I'm curious to see whether at the end of this, whether we're going to shift your thinking. Okay. Now, how many of you have actually written down your goals? Yes, I believe in them and I've written them, 142. Not yet. I may after this. I love that openness. I do absolutely love that. And then 5 of you don't. Just freezes on me. Task manager, give me 2 seconds. Stop share.
Yeah, this is a, yeah, so this is
PowerPoint. Okay.
I actually never want that. I not that I never want, but I want
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. This happens sometimes with my laptop where I need to end this task because sometimes my laptop just freezes for whatever reason. So I'm gonna relaunch it again here. Okay. Slide 34, thank you.
So those decisions, you need to feel, think you now have a number for how we do cash forecasting, do all those things. So you kind of update the forecast.
I don't know why my laptop said I was on slide 34. I'm like, I don't think I was there. I was here. Okay. Oh, nope, here. Awesome, okay. There we go. Okay, so let's move on. Thank you for taking that poll. Now, the one thing that I want you to know is that people who write their goals, and studies have shown that people who actually write down their goals, people who set their goals, are generally happier, they live longer, and they actually make more money. And so it's prudent for you, it's wise for you to begin to make these goals. And so the reason why I really want to focus on this is because I did an IG poll, I think about a week ago. And when I did the poll, a couple of things jumped out at me. I was so excited to see that most of you, if you follow me on Instagram, Coach Roseanne, most of my followers know, you guys, I chat up with you all the time. We talk about food, we talk about whatnot. But I was so excited to see that those of you who said, you were excited that you had set your goals. So I was excited to see that people have set their goals. But the one thing that absolutely, I felt like, okay, we need to definitely do this goal setting workshop is I felt like most of the goals that most of you, actually 100% of you wrote back to me, most of them were either too many or either they were too vague and not clear. And so I thought, you know what? That is why I need to do this, because if you understand how to make those goals, you'll never ever have to make them again. You're going to be able to achieve those goals and you'll never find yourself repeating the same goal over and over. And so what we're going to be doing is you're going to learn how to implement and how you're going to crush 2021. All right, guys, are we ready? Are you ready? Let me see those hands raised up, pen and paper, and let's go. Here is the first strategy that I want you to do. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to keep your goals few in a number. Few in a number. So I want you to think about different areas of your life that you want to work on. And sometimes what happens is a lot of people put a lot of things. I want to work, I want to make more money, I want to eat well, I want to exercise, I want to make sure my relationship is good, I want to make sure I do, so you have a slew of things. And anytime you do that, I even want you to think about this. Your brain does not take too many commands. Think about your own life and think about, let's say, I don't know how many of you here are mamas, okay? And let's say you have more than one kid. And you have your kid calling you, your husband's calling you, your workmate is calling you, like everyone. Don't you sometimes feel like, too much? That is the exact same way I want you to think about when you're fixing or thinking about your goals. You've got to keep them few in number. And the way I want you to do this is I want you to think about 2 to 3 areas of your life. 2 to 3. And the way you want to think about those areas, I want you to think about the areas that are going to give you the biggest shift in your life. And so I want you to think, what is the biggest shift I want in my life? Is it my finances? Is it my health? Is it my wellness? Is it my relationships? Is it my faith? Right? So I usually, personally, I always have those 5 areas: faith, finances, friendships, faith, finances. I actually wrote it down because I knew this was going to happen. Fitness, and friendships and family. Okay? So those are the 5 areas. So again, we can write them down: family, faith, fitness, finances, and friendships. Now, those are the ones I use. So you certainly are willing to copy. But then what I do is every year I look at, okay, which is the area I need to absolutely focus on? And so in 2020, for me, my focus was my fitness. Because you see what happened in 2019, it was a really difficult year for me. 2019 was extremely hard. There was just so much going on personally in my life. life threw a huge curveball. Actually started 2018, 2019, and I actually gained weight. Over all my years of having lost weight, this was me in 2018. And so at the beginning of the last year, sorry, and at the last 2019, 2021, 2019, and at the beginning of the year, I decided I wanted to focus on my fitness. Specifically, I was going to focus on my strength training. Because in as much as there was stuff going on in my life, we had a sickness in my family. I mean, well, I was completely thrown off. So this is what exactly happened. But I set one main goal, just like I'm telling you, set one main goal that is going to help shift everything. And for me, it was very clear. I was going to focus on strength training, and I was going to do it 4 times a week. You guys on Instagram who follow me, I know a lot of you would ask me, Coach, how many days do you work out? I'll be like, it's 4 times. But what I actually found to be doable, and I'll tell you why later, is because for me, 4 is absolutely manageable. But I actually found myself on most occasions, majority of the time, I did 5 days a week. But the reason why I said 4 is so that I knew for sure I could do 4 the whole week, throughout the whole year. And if I did 5, that was a bonus. If I did 6, that was a bonus. There are days I was able to do 7 days. There were days I was able to do 6 days. But a majority of the time, I'll tell you, I actually was able to do 5 days. And so it was very clear. That was my main objective, to work out 4 times a week. And so exactly what did I do? I actually hired a coach. And this is a picture of me on Instagram with my coach, Nate. At CrossFit Kwetu, that's actually where I work out. And so this was my day 1 of going to work out. Was it easy? No. It was hard. Someone who is fit, someone who exercises, someone who is a fitness trainer. Can you imagine me having lost my fitness, having lost my, what I consider to be something that I do? Was it easy? Absolutely not. But was it doable? 100% it was doable. I knew exactly what I needed to do, but what I did for myself is I made it simple. And the simple way I made it simple for me, 4 days a week. That's it. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Keep your goals few in number. And out of the areas of your life that you're thinking about, I only want you to set two to 3 areas, okay? So if there's 5 areas, just pick 2 to 3 areas that are going to give you the biggest shift in your life. What do you think would give you that biggest shift? So if you say you want to make more money, what does that mean? Right? For me, it means then I need to focus more on my career. It means I need to focus more on giving more at work. It means for me, I would need to focus more on improving my resume, maybe taking more classes, maybe improving my education. That's what that would mean. So which area for you do you need that biggest shift in your life? Now, I'll tell you, this is one of my clients, and what she did is actually not what I taught her specifically, but she applied some of these principles in Hey Sugar. And I want you guys in the chat below, we are going to be putting the chat for you, because I want you to check out, her name is Diana, but I see in her blog, she calls herself D. She's Diana Mushiri, and she sent me her goal setting, her thing at the beginning of the year. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, this girl gets it. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you, it really encompasses the principles I am teaching you. And I also want you to see what someone who is extremely successful, as young as she's extremely successful in what it is that she does. But she's also putting in place goals. She has a vision. So I want you to also take this link and please copy it and use this link to help you make your goals as well. Now, what I love about Diana, we call her Diana, when she made her goal, when she's part of our Hey Sugar program, she's actually part of our Hey Sugar. If you follow me, you've probably seen this picture on our Instagram. And when I read her blog, I actually hadn't seen this is what she had written. When it came to her fitness, because she has different sectors, exactly what I'm telling you, she actually gave this fitness a goal. She called it Operation Return to Sexy. That's what she called it. She gave it a name. And so she came and joined Hey Sugar. If you go in her blog, you'll actually read, I believe in one of the links, she actually talked about her entire experience at Hey Sugar. But what she did, this girl, and even the moms who were part of the group, because she's a mom, she was a breastfeeding mom. She didn't want to, her thing was this: I want to lose weight. I want to get back to be sexy. But since I have a little baby that I am nursing, I want to make sure that I am not compromising on milk supply. I want to make sure I am not dieting. I want to make sure I'm not counting calories. I want to make sure whatever lifestyle I incorporate, I can actually live with it. And this girl, when she joined Hey Sugar, she became such a believer. She came to level 2, and now she's part of level 3 because she has seen the way it works. But for me, I want you to go and read her story, how she has crafted her goals. And clearly you can see her results. Now, the second thing I want you to do, strategy number 2. Now, this one you probably have heard, and most of you have actually probably seen this. How to make your goals smart, right? Smart, S-M-A-R-T. But I always like to talk about how do we make them smarter, right? How do we make our goals a little bit smarter than just smart? And so the first thing I want you to do, and this I actually got off from my girls at Instagram, or who told me and responded to me, this is what they wanted to do. Those who responded would be like, some of you said, I want to lose weight. And if I wrote back to you, I said, that's not clear enough. And so if you're here and in your head, you want to lose weight, the way I want you to write your goal is I want you to change it up. And I want you to say, I want to lose X number of, either it's kilos or either it's a dress size. You've got to be so clear and you've got to be so specific. And the reason we were looking for specificity is this. Our brain works on commands. And the minute you give your brain a command, even as you're sleeping, your subconscious mind begins to go and work for you. It's looking for ways. How can I help this girl hit this goal? But anytime it's not clear, I want to lose weight, you actually confuse your brain because your brain, things are not clear. So you've got to give yourself an absolute command. You want this goal, okay? I want to lose X number of kilos. Or I want to be, if you're size 16, you can say, I want to be size 14 or size 12. Be extremely clear. Because as we continue to put the actions in place that I'm continuing to share with you, your brain, your subconscious mind is going to continue to work for you to help you achieve those goals. So you've got to make sure your goal is extremely specific. And I'm going to talk about finances here because a lot of you also talked about finances. You know, some people said, I want to make more money. And I'm going to talk about that in measurable. Even then, I want you to be super clear. It's not about making money. It's I want to make X amount of money. You've got to, again, go back, give your brain a command. Tell it, I want to make X amount of money. So for someone, it could be, I want to make $5,000 more this year. Or someone would be like, I want to make 500,000 Kenya shillings by the end of this year, or more than I did last year. See, can you see the difference? Can you see the difference between I want to make more money versus I want to make 500,000 shillings more than I did that year? Can I see if you see that difference? Can you raise your hand if that makes, you can see, okay, I see what you're talking about. This is more clear. This is more specific. Perfect. Okay, I see those hands raising. That is what I want you to do. It has to be extremely, so that at the end of 2021, you're able to say, did I wear my size 12 dress? Okay. Did I make 500,000 more? It has to be that specific. Okay. So it has to be measurable that at the end of it, I am able to measure this goal. And then it has to be actionable. Now, the next 3 that I'm going to be sharing with you, the next 3, hear me on these ones. This is what may derail you. Now, in the beginning, I talked about anything you think about, you can do it, right? But now what happens is our behaviors may stop us, our beliefs may stop us, a lot of things may stop us. And so if you are not putting action in place, you're not going to be able to achieve your goal. So an actionable goal is something like, I want to be more consistent with, you might say a non-actionable goal, is I want to be more consistent working out. Okay, what does that mean? Because some of you told me that I want to be, this is exactly what you guys told me. I want to be more consistent working out. Your brain, again, that is fuzzy. It's fuzzy for the brain. What you want to say is, I want to work out 3 times a week. And I even want to make it more exciting and say, I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Hey, and why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do that? The reason you want to do this is because, again, we're talking about the brain commands. Now, let me ask you a question, you guys. How many of you have ever tried to make a goal and you've said, I am going to do, let's just go with the working out and say, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to walk a Karura Forest on Saturday. Let's go with that one. Then come Saturday, you don't feel like going out. You don't feel good. But that Saturday, you're already feeling in the back of your mind, I need to go. But then you don't go, then you end up feeling guilty, right? You end up feeling bad. How many of you have ever felt that? You had told yourself you would do something, then you end up not doing it, but you end up feeling guilty and you end up feeling bad, right? I see those hands raising up. Thank you for being honest. Again, do you know why that is? The reason why that happens is because you have already given your brain a command and you've told your brain, I want to do this thing. The day of the act, the day that you're supposed to do it, Saturday comes, you're supposed to go to Karura Forest. Your brain is telling you, girl, yep, let's go. Let's go to Karura. But are you feeling like it? No, you're not feeling like it. And so what happens is you're actually letting yourself down. The brain is like, you gave me a command. I reminded you, we needed to do this. And then you don't do it. And so that is why it's important for you we'll talk about discipline. It's critical and it's important for you. Whatever you put down, whether you feel like you want to do it or not, I really want you to do it. Even if it means doing the bare minimum that day, it's going to help. If you want, let's assume you are supposed to go for a walk at Karura, but you don't feel like walking. Do you know what I want you to do? How about you clean your house? That is a bare minimum. At least you've gotten some movement in rather than just sitting down. But as long as you keep on taking action, you're disciplining yourself, you will notice that you're getting stronger, you're strengthening those neural pathways in your brain, and you'll find that you're being able to actually do the things that you've told yourself to do. Now, this third one is realistic. Now, anytime we make goals, the reason why a lot of us are not able to hit our goals is either our goals are not realistic, or what I'm going to talk about next, the time frame we've given ourselves is something that is also not realistic. And so I want you to make sure that it is realistic. For instance, I don't want you to say, y'all, I'm going to be going golfing and be like, this year, okay? This is now someone who has never gone golfing. And I'll be like, I'm going to qualify for the PGA. I mean, okay, Roseanne, how realistic is that? Okay, that's not realistic. Something realistic is like, you know what? If you're a golfer, you play golf, you could say, I'm going to lower my handicap by 3 strokes this year. Let me even talk about marathon. How about an unrealistic goal being, okay, this is someone who's inactive and you'd be like, I am full steam ahead. I'm excited. I want to make this goal. This year, I'm going to go for a marathon. Yo, is that realistic? I don't think that's realistic. However, if you say something like, I am going to run a 5K in 6 months, that is more realistic. If you're not working out, but you're not running, I don't want you giving yourself an unrealistic goal, because what happens is, especially if you're starting full steam ahead, you really want to do this, and then you're not able to achieve your goal, that is the reason why you're going to stop doing what you wanted to do. You're going to give up because you'll be like, oh, can't even do it. So you've got to make things that are realistic. Then I want them to be very time specific. So let's go back to the weight loss goal. Some of you might say, I want to lose. Okay, you might say, be like, you know what? I really do want. I understand what Roseanne has said. And she said, okay, I need to be specific. And so she has said, oh, I need to lose 20 pounds or 20 kilos. But now what I want you to do, I want you to give yourself a time when by this date, I want to be able to do it. Why again is that? Because again, of those brain commands that I talked about, the more you give it is clear, it is specific. You know exactly by when you want to do this. Your brain's going to be able to go to work for you. Your brain's going to be saying, okay, Roseanne, or let's say Sheila, you said you want to lose 20 kilos and you said you want to do this by July 30th. That helps you as you're doing this on a day-to-day basis. You're constantly remembering that you need to be focusing on losing that weight by that specific time. So give yourself a time frame when you're going to be doing that. And then I want you to make your goals something that's exciting, okay? Something that is going to make you feel good. So what happens after you lose your weight? What are you going to do? Are you going to reward yourself? What are you going to do to yourself? So I want you to attach your goal with something that is exciting. Couple of things you could do. Hang out with people who dream like you. Hang out with people who believe with you. Tell somebody. Accountability is huge, which I'll be talking about. But make it exciting so that even by the end of it, it'll be like, yo, I actually was able to do this. And so having something exciting is really going to help you have something that you're looking forward to. And then you want to make it relevant to your current lifestyle. Anytime that you're setting a goal, you want to be sure, look at your current lifestyle. How's your work schedule? How's your home schedule? Are you busy with little ones? Is your work-life balance not in balance at all? So even as you're setting goals, as you're looking to create some sort of a balance in your lifestyle, you want to make sure that you are absolutely doing something that is relevant to your current lifestyle. And what that means is, I don't want you thinking too far and too big if you know that your lifestyle is extremely hectic. Do the things that you can be able to do. Keep it simple. The simpler you keep it, the more you achieve small goals every single time, the more you're going to notice that you're able to achieve them. And so the next thing, strategy number 3, we're going to do is I want you to write down your goals. Write them down. Now, you guys know in the beginning, I talked about that 42% number. Do you remember that? I talked about a 42% chance of hitting your goals. It comes down to writing your goals. And I cannot even begin to tell you the power there is in writing down your goals. It is absolutely powerful. Simply writing down your goals increases the likelihood of you achieving your goal by 42%. Now, this is a study that was done by Dr. Gail Matthews. And in the study, she saw that anybody, listen, this is mind-blowing. This is mind-blowing. If you just write down your goal and do nothing else. If you just write down your goal and do nothing else, you have a 42% chance of hitting your goal. Bam! I mean, listen, if I were you and I want to do this, I want to do this, you're going to make sure, sorry, I have a glass over here. You want to make sure you write down those goals, because simply writing them down will increase that likelihood of you achieving your goal by 42%. If that's not a statistics to go by, honestly, I don't know what is. But I want you to just write down your goals, exactly what you want. You will notice that you're going to get them. Now, once you write down your goal, the next strategy I want you to do is I want you to begin to review your goals on a regular basis. That just means every day, one of the things that I do is I write down everything that I need to do every day. But as you're looking at your holistic goals, right? So we always have this big goal first. And then with this bigger goal, the way I want you to think about it, then break it down into chunks. So let's assume, I'm going to take this here because this Dear Future Self webinar is about thinking about 2021. So I want you to work in reverse. Think about what do you want to achieve by the end of 2021, okay? So write that down. Remember, make them 2 to 3 goals, the biggest down movers. Once you write those down, then the next thing I want you to do is break that goal into quarters. So every 4 months, And then once you break it down into quarters, break it down by month, then break it down by week, then break it down by day. What does that mean? I want you to break down all the things that you're going to be doing every single day. So you have the one goal for the year. So it could be like, I want to lose 20 kilos. Then you could break it down every quarter. I'm going to be losing maybe 5 kilos, 5, 10, 15, 20, right? So every form, it could be 5 kilos this quarter, 5 kilos next quarter, 5 kilos, that's 20 kilos, okay? And then you're gonna, so every quarter you've now broken it down into chunks. Then you're gonna be like, okay, so what do I need to do this week? So you're writing down your goals. This month, my goal is to lose, so if you're breaking down the 20 into 4, so 5, so every month, I think that's 5 kilos. So we're looking at 1 kilo, actually 1 kilo per 1, 2, 3, 1 kilo per month. So you put down 5 kilos, 1 kilo every week. That's what I want to lose. 1 kilo a week. By the end, you should have lost 20 by the end of the year. But then now what you want to do is, what am I going to do every single day to get those results? What actions will I need to take to get those results? What do I need to do so that I can achieve those results? There has to be some action in between for you to be able to achieve your results. So you're reviewing your goals on a regular basis because you want to keep them present in your brain, okay? And that is the main reason why a lot of people do not achieve their goals. They do not achieve their goals because they do not put them present. You're not reviewing your goals on a regular basis. You're not constantly looking at, am I doing what needs to be done for me to hit my next goals? So you need to constantly review your goals. And that's one of the things that I've done in my life, where I constantly review my goals. And I want you to keep them in a convenient place, a place where you can see them. I do have clients who put them on their phone. So they have their phone, and literally that is even on their main page. Like, you know how you have a, what's a home screen? Home screen, they have their goals. Some people, it's their vision board, such that every time they're looking at their phone and it keeps on reminding them. One, for me, I'm more of a paper kind of person. I like to see things. So I'll have those or in my book generally. So I'll put the big goal there, have it in my book, and I'll constantly review it. Then I usually like to put smaller goals in these flashcards. And those ones would be either next to my bed or next to my book, and I'll be reviewing them. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Keep on reviewing them and keep on reminding yourself, what exactly do I need to do? What actions do I need to take so that I can achieve these goals? Because remember, if you have a goal, you just think about it. You have a vision board, you just see it, but you're not putting in the day-to-day action. Girl, I tell you, you are not going to go anywhere with that. And so this is exactly what I want you to start thinking about. Who am I going to be accountable to? Because one of the things I love, and I think has been so successful with our Hey Sugar program, is we put ladies in our accountability groups, in smaller groups where they discuss and they talk. And this has helped keep people accountable and has helped the ladies see amazing success. And so I want you to think about, who can I be accountable to? And you want to, by the way, listen, hang out with people who see your vision, people who dream like you, people who think like you, because you don't want to hang out with people who are going to diminish your goals, people who are going to say, oh girl, that's too big. No, the minute someone says that, what they're doing is they're planting doubt in your brain. And what did I tell you in the very beginning? Anything you think you can do, guess what, girl? You can do it. So I want you to know, hang out with people who are going to push you to be better, who are going to hold you accountable, who are going to call your BS. You know how sometimes we all have those stories? You want someone who'll be like, girl, that ain't true. I know you better. I know you could do better. Those are and you know they're doing it from a good heart, right? That's the people, and those are the people I want you to surround yourself with. And that's what I want you to do so that you can become successful. So find someone who is going to hold you accountable. And this is something that you could do weekly. I have girls that we hang out, we call out each other weekly basis. Have you done this? Have you done what you said you would do? And let me give you a tip. You want to let them know what your goal is for that week, so that when you meet the next week, you're sharing, did you do it or did you not do it? Because that's the only way, I'm telling you, you're going to be successful at the end of it all. Okay, so let us recap exactly what we have talked about. 5 strategies, screenshot this, write them down, because I want you to be able to use this so that by the end of 2021, we are talking you are going to be a completely different human being than you are on today's date, January 6th, 2021. Number 1, do not set too many goals. The fewer they are, the simpler you want to make them, and the more you're going to be able to achieve your goals. That's number 1. Make them smarter. We've gone in depth about how to make them smarter. Then number 3, I want you to write down those goals. It's critical. It's important for you to please write down your goals. Remember what I told you, 42%, 42%, yo, just by doing nothing about it. Then you want to review these goals on a regular basis. The reason why, your brain, you want to keep reminding your brain. You want that energy. You want to keep on reminding yourself, hey, I said I would need to do something. Constantly remind yourself. The reason you're going to fail, if you stop reminding yourself, you're going to be pulled on the wayside and you're going to be dragged back and you're never going to be able to accomplish those goals. And then obviously, I want you to find an accountability partner, someone that is going to help and hold you accountable. Honestly, listen, I want you to have a clear compass in your life. I want you to have your true north. Your true north. This is where I am headed in my life. This is where I want to go. And I know if I follow this path, this is what I want to achieve. Because if you do not have a true north, You are going to be pulled left, right, and center by the winds. The wind is moving west, girl, you're moving to the west. It moves to the north, you're moving to the north. I do not want you to drift through life with no goal, no purpose, wondering, what would I have accomplished? Looking back in 2020, how many are we? 400 of us in here. Looking back and saying, yo, I attended a seminar. And goodness, yeah, Coach Roseanne, I'm hoping you all are saying this is good stuff. It's helping me. I'm going to be better. I hope that's what you're saying. And I don't want you to say, yo, she gave some good seminar, but you do nothing out of it. I do not want that out of you. I really want you to take action. I want you to change your life. I want you to be different. So that at the end of 2021, when you're looking back, when you look at yourself, you'll be like, yo, that girl told me those things to do. I did them, and look at me now. And instead, what I want you to do, I want you to set goals that you can accomplish, because I want you to say, yo, look what I really accomplished in just 12 months. I did that. I did that because you were actionable. You did what I told you to do. And when you look back, you're going to be writing to me and be like, Coach, and you're going to be screenshotting this and say, Coach, I did what you told me to do. And look what I've achieved. That's what I want from you. And there's power to goal setting. And I want you to be able to begin to apply these principles in your life so that you can see those changes. I'm a testament to these goals. I'm a testament to the power of writing in my relationships, in my business, in my fitness, in my friendships, in my family. I am a testament. It works. And I want it to work for you too. So remember, nothing I have shared this with you is theory. Like I've told you, I have done it. My clients have done it. These are the exact strategies we use every day with our clients, the exact things that we use with them. And that is why our clients have absolutely been successful. And in our Hey Sugar program, this is one of the best programs out there. And it's one of the best programs to get incredible fat loss goals. It's our best program because if you want to be able to lose weight without dieting, without counting calories, without fasting, you can have wine, you can have carbohydrates, and you can lose weight. You want to learn how your body works. You want to be in a group of women who are driven, women who are go-getters, women who are here to change, to become better for themselves and their families, who are wanting to become healthy. Listen, if this has resonated with you in one way or another, if you want to see results, if you want to dial in on your nutrition, if that's an area you've struggled with in your entire life, you're not sure, what do I need to eat? Or you've seen all these things that are being purported out there. People are doing diets, they're doing fasts, they're doing detoxes. I'm telling you, you're looking for a program that is free of all that drama, a program that is going to give you mental freedom, emotional freedom, that is going to give you freedom of life, that is doable, not just for you, but for you and your family. Hey Sugar is what I want you to do, to join. But listen, I got something for you guys. If this has resonated with you, if this is something that you feel, you know what? I kind of like what this girl is saying. I want to learn how to eat better. I want to learn how to lose weight without all the unnecessary drama. I want to learn how I can improve my lifestyle, myself, my own body. And I want to be able to do this and maybe even help my family if I have a family. Then this is what I want you to do. I would love for you to join our program, Hey Sugar, specifically because one of the other things we focus on is strength training. Because it's one of the best way to lose fat. I also encourage you to do some form of movement, whether it's strength, whether it's cardio. I encourage you to do that. But what I want you to do before you even invest in Hey Sugar, we're also going to work on your mindset. This right here is one of the best modules I believe in Hey Sugar, because once our clients get to see what we teach on your mindset, how to crush those hard-held beliefs, how to crush and how to identify things that have held you back. Once you understand and you see, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I used to hold off all those things, things will change in your lifestyle. But even before you join, I always say, I want you to come and test it out. If you would want to absolutely lose one dress size, let's assume you're size 16 today, and you want in 6 weeks to be a size 14, I'll invite you. If you want to be able to gain control of your fat loss once and for all, and if you want to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle that sticks, I'm telling you, zero gimmicks, no gimmicks. Regain your energy, regain your confidence like hundreds of my clients have. I would love to encourage you. If you're ready to finally invest in a program that is proven to transform your system, to transform your body completely, I'm inviting you for a free webinar next week on Thursday. Free webinar. Yes, free webinar. I will show you exactly what it is that I teach inside of Hey Sugar. I will give you a snippet of what we do, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you what we have done with our ladies inside Hey Sugar, why they've been so successful, why they keep coming back, why they keep getting amazing results, why they change their families. And so I'd invite you to come and join our Hey Sugar. We're going to post a link below. This is just for you to register and join our webinar next week on Wednesday. If this has resonated with you one way or another, invite your friends. Tell them to come and join our free webinar next Wednesday to show you exactly what it is that we teach inside of Hey Sugar. And I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me for the last, yes, exactly 1 hour minus 2 minutes. So if you do have any questions, can you imagine? I talked all that long. I did not even take a sip of water. And this is when I am feeling I get a little tickle over here. So if you have any questions, if you do have any questions, I would love for you to post them in the chat, and Dorcas and Sharon will read them out for me. But I am going to open the stage for you over the next 7 minutes. We can answer any questions that I may not have answered for you. But I want to thank you so much for joining me for this webinar. I appreciate you being here. I want you to be extremely mindful about how you're setting your goals. Please use these principles I've shared with you. I know they're going to work as long as you work them. Thank you so much for joining, and I am going to answer all your questions. All right. All right, I see. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you, Jerry Thige. Faith, thank you. Florence, thank you. I see you. Zame, hey, Zame girl, thank you so much. I see you, girl, you're back again. Thank you, girl, for joining. I appreciate you very much. Ruby, thank you. I can't see any link that's posted here. Diana's blog, I see it. Dorcas, Sharon, can we please post the links? Okay, let me see. Thank you, guys. If there are any questions, Dorcas, maybe you can read the questions as I am just going through the chat and thanking you guys for Ruby. Destiny, thank you for Destiny is asking, Destiny Cuccio, what does the E in SMARTER stand for? Exciting, exciting, an exciting goal. So think about, even you could think about an exciting reward. Or at the end of this, once I achieve this, how am I going to, what am I going to achieve at the end of it? So something exciting. Destiny, I hope that answers your question. Susan, repeat the A in action. That's actionable. What actions am I going to take on a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis to achieve my goal? That's Susan who has asked that question. And something that's attainable. Okay.
I'm seeing a question on, do you also coach on weight gain?
So I do that, but even though I do, you know, if you want weight gain, inbox me on Coach Roseanne. Coach Roseanne on Instagram. Please inbox me, and I want you at the very beginning, because I get a lot of inboxes. At the very beginning, please put "Dear Future Self," and then put your question or the weight gain. If you've asked about weight gain, put "Dear Future Self, weight gain." I will answer you inside the inbox. But yes, I will help you, girl, who's looking to lose weight. To gain weight, I'll help you. But my specialty is fat loss, but I'll show you how to gain weight.
I just wanted to also let the ladies know we've had a number of questions. If this has been recorded, that it has been, so it will be shared to everyone. The call has been recorded. Everyone will get to have the recording of this call. So I just had to make that a number of those.
Thank you. Any other questions? Mombinja Roge, Mombi girl, sorry. Go ahead, sorry, Dorcas. Go ahead.
For how long should someone work out in a day? Any recommendations?
Yes, I do have my recommendation. My recommendation is, how much time do you have in a day? How much time do you have to work out? I always say the workout that you don't do is the worst workout is the one you don't do. If you only have 10 minutes, that's all you have, go crush it for 10 minutes. If you have 5 minutes, you can do 5 minutes. Inside of Hey Sugar, I actually have a section where we call it the no time workout. No time workout. And that is for you who does not have time, but you probably even have 4 minutes. Okay, so I don't want time to be something that stops you from not doing it. There are people who go to the gym, so I hope that answers your question. There are people who go, I generally, half an hour is all I do, half an hour max, but I do it strong. You know, I go hard. I like my heat. Some people will go an hour and a half. I do have a client actually I spoke with yesterday or today, and she had just come from the gym for an hour 15 minutes. So it just depends on you, but anytime, don't let time be what stops you, but you can actually work out anytime. Get that time in there, girl, get it going.
Okay, Shai asks, first, thank you, Roseanne, for this useful webinar. What do you think of sharing your goals with others for accountability? I have read conflicting thoughts.
Yes, so they are, yes, you are, girl. I love that I think it tells me in personal development. Yes, there are some conflicting thoughts. Now, this is what I do say. I want you to share those with, again, remember those accountability partners that we talked about? Those are the ones I love for you to share with. That is what my take has been. And those are the people I have shared with. And these are people who see your vision and people who will hold you accountable and call you out when you're not doing what you need to do. And these are the people who are, and the other thing, girl, I want you to get someone who is even doing slightly better than you in life, almost like a mentor, because that's the person who will really call out any excuses, what I call BS. They'll call out any excuses and they'll be like, girl, I don't think that's true. I think you can do it. You're just giving yourself an excuse. So I personally prefer to share them with a small circle of people, but people who are either mentors, people who are doing better than you, people who will hold you accountable. Or even it could be like, either it's your husband, if you have, you know, because I know there are some relationships that may not see eye to eye. It could be your friends, or it even could be, you will be able to tell, this is a person that we kind of have the same mindset. That's the person, or those are the people that you kind of want to share those your goals with. So I do recommend sharing your goals.
Okay, Anonymous.
Yes, that's
What
okay.
is the best approach to quitting a bad habit?
What is the best approach to quitting a bad? Okay, first, oh, I love that. The fact that you recognize there is a bad habit, that's one. Number two, I want you to think about whatever that area is in your life that you're struggling in. Please go look for a professional who deals in that area. And a professional means someone that you can trust, because professionals generally will hold things private. And so if you're feeling like, I kind of don't want to share this with somebody, go look for a professional who can help you. And this professional will be able to begin to help you put the strategies in place that should help you begin to do the thing that you're struggling with. And all the best, girl, all the best.
Is the Hey Sugar program for women only?
Yes, yes, it is primarily for women.
How much is it?
So we're going to be sending, once for you who sign up, once we send that out, we will be sending the pricing in about, I think, Dorcas, what, 2 weeks or so? In about 2 weeks, we will be letting you guys know how much that is.
Yeah. What day is the Hey Sugar webinar?
It's going to be next week on Thursday at 8 p.m. And there should be a link below. So Sharon, please put the link so that for those of you who are interested in that free webinar, please take that link, share it with your friends. And next week on Wednesday, it's going to be completely free. We would love for you to please bring a friend so that you can begin to learn how to, actually the title of our webinar is, what is the title? I just forgot. How your transformation, how to lose your journey for losing fat. We're basically giving you strategies to begin to lose fat. Let me get the actual title. I'll give that to you shortly. But it's next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Does Hey Sugar mean I will give up sugar? Like drink tea without sugar?
Nope. Nope, it doesn't. We'll teach you. You know what happens with hay sugar, and I'll answer more nutrition questions next week if you don't mind. I'd prefer we sort of stick to the goal questions. If you're wanting more nutrition questions, I'd prefer we keep them for next week because it's going to be all about hay sugar, but it's okay. I'll answer some of those. Are we going to get rid of sugar? Not necessarily, but you will learn a lot. It's such an in-depth program. It's such an eye-opening program. It is done so well. I mean, if I do say so myself, but my clients have said that it's done well. Honestly, we've done it really well. And honestly, the voice you hear of these girls and some guys in the back end, they've really helped us craft an amazing program that we've actually elevated it over the years. You decide. You're the one who's going to decide how much sugar you want to have or not, but you can have some sugar.
Okay.
But what happens at the end of it, let me just, sorry, Dorcas. The last part of it is, at the end of it, a lot of people usually decide not to. So you're going to make the choice.
Okay. How does one work through a mindset block?
That is the stuff we teach inside Hey Sugar. We actually have a whole module on that. And I'd love for you to join Hey Sugar. But one of the things that you want to do is you really need to identify, and I'll give you a quick tip. I begin to identify what the areas are. There's usually a lot of, not lifestyle, but there's usually a lot of habits that have been put in place. There's a lot of beliefs that have been put in place. And so we begin to help you identify them, and we begin to help you begin to break them down. So I do teach some of that inside of Hey Sugar. Not necessarily, I also want to be clear, we teach specific to your nutrition, but a lot of the stuff that we teach you really can apply in other areas of your life. So when it comes to mindset, we also have a lady that we work with. Her name is Grace. She's a therapist and a psychologist by training, and she comes on and she can be able to help answer that more inside Hey Sugar.
Okay. How does one work, is writing your goals different from a vision board?
Absolutely very different. Now, the way I see the difference between a vision board and your goals, a vision board is more long-term. A vision board is the things you want to accomplish, say 5, 10. Okay, you can do 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. So I remember we did a vision board when we got married with my husband about things we're living today. Okay, so that was over 18 years ago, not 20, 18 years ago. So we did our vision board of what we wanted. But then now what we do is every year, you begin to break them down into smaller chunks. So it's completely different. The way I see vision boards, it's the things you want. But I also don't want you to block yourself and say, oh, a vision board has to be 20 years. You can still do a this year type vision board. Actually, this weekend, as a family, we're doing a this year vision board with my family for what we want to accomplish this year. So think about your vision board as the things you want to do, but the goal is sort of the map to get you and the direction to get you to achieving that vision.
Okay. Someone asks, what were the 5 areas you said? Finance, faith?
Family, faith, finance, fitness, and friendships. Those are the ones we use. Family, faith, fitness, finances, friendships. So the 5 Fs.
So I think I should also tell them I'm not ignoring their nutrition questions, just
Correct.
that we want to focus a little more on the goals.
Yeah,
so
you can say that. They can hear you. Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. Yeah, so nutrition next week, we'll have a time to respond, and those are most of the questions, but people are really saying thank you. I think we can wind up.
Okay. You guys, can I thank you enough? I can't thank you enough. If this was of value to you, I kindly encourage you, go invite somebody, invite a friend, share it on your social media posts. We want to help as many women as possible live a drama-free life and be able to accomplish the goals that you have for yourself. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining us this evening. And I want you to remember, as always, you've got one life, you've got one body. I want you to treasure it. And please keep me posted on my Instagram. Let me know how you're doing on your goals. Let me know all the things that you're accomplishing. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good night, everybody.
Sorry,
Bye.
one more thing, Susan. Sorry. One, do I need to re-register again for the waiting list?
No, you do not.
Okay.
No, you do not need to re-register.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Have a good night, y'all. And let me see you next week on Wednesday. Good night, folks.